I'm not gonna say his name, but remember the guy who gets aggressive? Don't say it, please. Don't say his name.
What?
Remember that guy?
Remember the guy's name. Don't say his name. I don't know what I meant to do here.
Remember the guy? You're saying I was getting all riled up, and it's like I'm still with you, but it's like Nick, just stop. Like I'm getting, Remember that guy?
I'm lost, Joey.
You've lost me.
Remember the guy at Christmas time? Were you there?
Father Christmas.
I'm cast adrift
I don't
here.
know if you were there, lads. It was fuck it.
Great. So we went.
It was a classic Christmas night, but it was actually like the 23rd or something in Bridie's.
Classic Christmas night without me and Steve.
Unmissable classic Christmas night.
Yeah, great night. Greatest moments of the last 10 years. You weren't there.
What a shame.
Great.
I have one here for you, fellas. So you're in a train. You're inside the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
You jump, and then you fall back to the carriage. You haven't moved position in the carriage, even though the train's moving. Now we're going to take a little trip outside. You're on top of the carriage on a moving train. You jump. Train's moving. You fall back to the top of the carriage, and you've moved distance. Discuss.
Have you moved distance if you do that?
Have you? Have you not? I think you have.
Well,
the wind? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely the wind.
I think don't you always stay in the same spot if you're moving as fast as the thing? If you jump from the thing, you're going to be moving as fast as it. It's kind of throwing you at the same speed that it's moving.
But if you jump up in the air on the roof of a train, you would go backwards.
Would you? Yeah. The wind.
Because of the wind. Because you're like a sail. Whereas like inside the carriage, whereas inside the carriage, there's no air. There's no air. You're joking. You're dying.
It's actually a miracle that you're jumping at all. Like, you would have that kind of energy. Yeah. Like. Okay.
No, but if you're inside and there's no wind, then. Right?
Like, it doesn't have to be wind.
Like, if you're in an airplane and you jump an airplane, you don't go flying back at 400 miles an hour, do you?
Yeah, but if you're hanging onto the turbine, you bet your ass you go flying back.
Yeah.
You let go, you're gone.
Bottom dollar, you're in that turbine.
Yeah.
Plane is a better one for that, actually.
I don't think it is.
So you don't have the answer to the riddle that you've just...
No. For the purposes of this, actually, it's a good brain teaser. It's just a little one thing for you to think about before next week.
What about a lift?
Yeah, you do though. That goes funny, doesn't it? If you jump in a lift, that always feels funny.
You stay in the same. When you jump, the lift keeps going up, and you go. Poof.
Not quite. You don't do that, do you? Have you ever hit the roof?
No, you won't hit the roof. You hit the floor again because, well, I guess if it's going down.
You could Yeah.
If you were in a lift and it was going down and you were Nick's height and you jumped high enough, you probably would hit the roof.
Is that anything to do with anything apart from my height?
No, it's
apart
just
from Nick being really tall. Man, I can't. I really can't. It's
fuck off. Have you got more of that cake?
Do it because in 2 hours you're gonna be like, I should have had that, and then holy shit.
It must be fairly light that you can eat that.
Yeah. What can I get a zoom up there?
Oh, now there's plum mousse inside this one. I think that's how he.
He's just a fucking don, isn't he?
I know he's a G. He's done it before. Yeah, you make them in this like steamer thing, and they go in and they blow up way up.
And what does it taste like?
It's a real like fun.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Yeah.
Ice cream and Coke.
It's fun when you're sitting on your ass and it gets brought into your room, isn't it?
It's real fun kind of food, you know.
It's like a fun food for me to eat while I'm.
Yeah.
Free refills.
I'm like
as well.
chatting to my mates.
I
can't do it, boys. If you could Shazam these tastes, oh baby.
Yeah, baby.
Yow!
Nice. So we didn't get that riddle because there was no answer.
There probably would be.
I think we gave it a good go though. Gave it the old call. college try.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ. The most violent dab in the world.
Jesus Christ.
What's that guy's name? Lil Yachty or whatever.
Said with like a throat full of snot. What's that guy's name? Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty.
Do you know that one though? It's like, fuck it.
Oh, he's lost it. Oh.
Is that
All right.
press up thing?
Well,
Cool.
actually, yes, you can use it for press ups, but I've made it to do. Well, so a couple of days ago, I'm just like, I really want to do some exercise, but I also just like really can't be fucked. Like, really motivation.
Story of my life.
Low. Yeah. Right.
Love it. Relatable.
Eating his second damp noodle.
God. Relatable content, man.
Yeah, this is relatable.
I'm with you. Yeah.
I literally, like, the week that we had off because we had the COVID scare, we had to stay inside. I had a full week off and I did exercise Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Wow.
But it's literally as soon as I start work, I can't do it. Like, I just can't. I'm like, nah. When I come home, I'm like, why the fuck would I do that? Especially when it's like this outside. Like, there's a park that has like pull-up bars and like an outdoor gym out there, and I walk through it on the way home from work. And
good luck.
time,
like,
good luck. It's piss and rain. Yeah, no chance. Like, so I was just, like looking up about exercise because that's the closest thing I get to it, and I was like, oh, maybe if I made myself some of those, I could like try and practice the some of those gymnastic things.
Okay.
It just doesn't feel as hard as like actually doing like exercises.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So kind of
aerobic.
kind of those plank stand things.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like I'm trying to learn a handstand, like proper handstand, and with those, the reason I made that is for an L sit. So you sit on the ground.
Oh yeah.
You support yourself with your arms like that, and then have your legs sticking out like that in an L shape.
God, can you do that?
No, I can't do it yet, but I've been practicing it. But like, I don't know, out of anything in terms of physical exercise exercise that I have ever done in my life, because I don't weigh very much. I'm quite good at doing those things anyway. So it's making me feel like I'm like 63 kg.
Whoa.
Nothing. Like absolutely nothing. Like I've weighed
I don't know my weight
63, 64 kg like since I was like 16 or something.
Yeah, I've weighed the same shit since I was about that age as well.
The same shit?
The same, yeah. I've been weighing the same one for months. Years, actually. It's awful at this point.
It's really
starting to disintegrate.
How heavy is it?
50 kg, something like that.
Turn dry.
Oh my God, it's so heavy.
I know. I couldn't believe the day I found it. Wow.
You just happened to find it in the toilet after you took a shit.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't mine.
Oh.
Yeah,
That'd be
somebody
weird.
else's. But yeah, you can do these stands. You're working on them.
I'm working on them.
Cool.
Right.
I'm working on them because I don't.
And what does that do for you? What are we talking? We're talking.
Well, I think the whole idea is that because they're like gymnastic exercises, it's like whole body, like it's like a kind of functional strength, I guess. I think maybe is the way that I've read that it is described, as opposed to just like going to the gym.
Do a handstand now. You're gonna need to.
Yeah.
That might.
You're gonna need to know that. You're gonna need to have that in the back pocket.
Right now. I'm not doing one right now.
No. I mean, like a future scenario.
For the functionality.
Yeah, functional strength. You know, like, Joey, can you carry this piece of wood on the soles of your feet? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. No problem. I've been training for this for years. Joey, can you do an L sit while we're at the pub?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
On the bar.
Yeah. No, but I think that the way, because it's like whole body exercise.
Yeah.
And like, it's not just like, pumping your fucking biceps like that. Like, you do in the gym, whatever. It's like, I don't know, like gymnastic. Fucking look at the.
Yeah.
And they're like, every single part of their body is like fucking jacked up.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, it's like flexibility and mobility and all that shit as well.
Right.
And like, because it's like, because I mean, these are meant to help your, it's not as painful on your wrists, obviously, but I was doing them before I had these. I was doing it like, you know, like just like that on the ground. And so I had to do like, I'd do like a 10-minute wrist mobility warm up and stuff.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Oh,
But
shit. I didn't know
find
that
them,
going flat on the ground with you was bad for your wrists.
well, it's not, but if if you're doing like, this is the ground, if you're doing handstands and, you know, putting all of your body weight and pressure on your wrists like that, I think, and if you're, especially if you're training it, you like, this is just a warm up, like, you know, you just put your hands flat on the ground. But I don't know, I find it, I can just listen to music and I find it a little bit more, I don't know, it's not like as fucking intense as like doing push-ups and shit like that.
Yeah,
Would you go as far as saying it's therapeutic?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not yoga.
No, but it is. No, I know. No, totally. Like I did some yoga with Diz over lockdown, and I never done it before. And I don't do it now actively at all. But I did enjoy those sessions because it is like a slightly. It's not like this fucking like gym thing or this fucking like intense like
get togged out, get your fucking shake out, like fuck.
Yeah. Whereas
and you
like
feel
now,
you feel that as well, like in the pace of the yoga, you feel like you are like, oh yeah, I can, you know, make my body into like a triangle. Like how hard could it be or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, it's so it's really hard.
Yeah.
And it's also, it is calming, but you do realize that like the slow pace of it, instead of that intense like pump all this shit and
like
it's
that's
like kind of,
that's the thing, like with yoga, like you know, hold this one thing that you're like, you get into the position, you're like, oh yeah, I can do this, it's fine, and then like 30, hold it for a minute and you're like, oh fuck. Difficult to do. And so I don't know, and I also just like, I mean, this is very basic, but just the fact that it's like no equipment is really nice.
Yeah, I like that. I like the idea of that, because it's like, why going to the gym, fucking gym junkies needing a pile of steel to do the work? It's like, sit down, curl your toe, and try fucking lift your arm now, bitch.
Yeah, exactly, brother. Yeah.
What was the point you were making? You said that you like it because
it's like there's no equipment.
Oh yeah, I really like that too. And all the stuff where it's like, use your own weight. Or
yeah, I mean,
definitely, like, great. I don't have to buy shit. That's my main thing. It's like,
yeah,
I guess
absolutely.
cheap.
And I like the idea of that, because it feels
more natural.
It feels in proportion to you, I guess.
Yeah.
Because if you're always using your own weight, it's always going to be in proportion to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you go, folks.
Man,
said it.
School, motherfucker.
Yeah, I invented this.
Yeah. I remember when I started in UCD, that's probably the most sport I've ever done. I was playing on the ones hockey team, and I remember as a first year going back to my bed and just being shattered. And I was like peak fitness. Like I was like, holy shit. It's like two trainings, could be like 3 matches on the weekend. And I just remember feeling really fit. And I liked, geez, I wouldn't have a fucking problem going to sleep now if I was in that state.
Yeah, there is that. It's like unused energy.
Oh man, it's just stale. It's just fizzling, and it's inside me. It's horrible.
That's the weird thing about doing, like, trying to do some kind of like really like some little focus thing, like editing or music or something like that. You're like, man, I want to do this, but like, what do I do with the rest of the energy? Like, where does that go?
Well, this is the thing. It comes back to these things, right? When I've been looking at the footage, I have these. I mean, okay, these are only recent development, but I was like editing for a little bit, and then I'd get up every 40 minutes and like walk around and try and do some of that shit in my room.
Okay.
Like not look at the computer, and then like take a break, go drink some water, and then go back to it. But it was because it was like, it's right here that I'm able to just do that. And it definitely felt better than, obviously, because if you sit there wired in like for fucking hours, you turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
I get you. So like you're saying, like if you came home at 6 and we're going to do some music work, for example, from 7 to 10, that's just really like not exerting anything. Is that which is a bad thing?
Me or Steve?
Steve, I suppose. Probably.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was for Joey.
Sorry.
So if I'm coming home after, no, I mean more in work. Yeah, I suppose same deal in work, especially these days when you cycle home. Although I suppose I cycle to and from work, and it's not far, but it does feel like a bit of a kick.
Definitely.
You still like get the kick when you get off the bike on the other end, and you're like, you know, like.
Also in the morning is great, like because it wakes you up. If you don't have some kind of, if you've got like a.
Yeah, positive kick. Minimal though, and then like you get in, especially if it's dark when you're cycling home, and you're like, oh fuck, like I'm not going for a run. Like
you regress into.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you're asleep. But
yeah.
No. But like more so, if I'm like trying to do some kind of music stuff during the day, on my days off, then it's like you do that all day.
Yeah.
And for me, I can't get anywhere with it unless I'm sat there. I won't get anywhere within the first hour. Like I need to be sat there
to warm up
for
into
hours
it.
and hours. Yeah. Unless it's some kind of menial part of it, like just I don't know, editing stuff. But yeah, you need to be sat there for ages, and you're just sitting on your ass, like really. And then you come out of it in the evening, and it's late, and you're like, "Oh God, what now?" Like, and sometimes I go out for a walk or something.
That's definitely good.
There are those times when, and it's at those times where you're like lying on your side watching Friends on your laptop, like thinking like, how am I going to go to sleep?
That happens.
Yeah,
it happens to all of us. Happens to the best of us.
I mean, I've had it before, and less so now because the work I've been doing has been like at a bench where I'm just stood there, which is kind of actually I'm realizing not great. I mean, it's fine, obviously.
Do you have a standing? You stand? Oh, of course. It's not like it's a work. Place.
You have runners like bringing nails and like pieces of wood.
Runners,
like
assistants. Sorry. All right. Sorry.
So you're standing all day.
I'm standing, but like before when I was laboring, like when we were in Wales over the summer, for example, like me and Jay, like every day we just lifted tons and tons of stuff, and like every night I'd be going to sleep, I would like be out like a fucking light. When me and you went canoeing. Sleep by 8 o'clock because you're
no
just
problems there. Yeah,
and
you have your food and you're going.
So natural, like it feels more natural than anything else. And then you do like a thing. Okay, so I'm not sitting at a desk, but like at the moment, I was stood at a bench all day. Didn't really, other than standing up, I didn't really like, exert myself. I was never sweating. I was wearing my jumper the whole day, for example. And then you come back, and I've been sat here all evening, and now I'm going to eat food, and then I'm going to go to bed, and it's just like. You just and like
sometimes you eat the food and you're like, what's this for? Why am I like
Yeah.
Do you ever get that? And you're like, you're full and you're like, so what am I to do with all this? Like, what am I doing?
I was literally thinking that today when I was eating my lunch. I made myself 2 sandwiches and I only ate one for lunch because I was like, I don't need this second one.
I don't deserve this.
I've started doing that sometimes where I'm like, don't bring nearly as much lunch really as I used to, and I'm just like, it's fine. I'll eat half.
In terms of it now,
yeah. Like I don't need to stuff myself at lunch and then going home and have like a massive dinner.
That's true though. Like it is, if you're in work, doing work like I do at the office or whatever, you're at this level, then you come home and you eat, and then you're like at the same level by watching TV, and it's just like
plateau for the whole day. Like
I want to be like go through a bit of fucking grit and then be like, oh, this is good. I deserve this.
Yeah.
But the thing is what we're asking for is. What we're talking about is like if you do exercise, that would literally be it.
Yeah,
and
hard to fit that in. I mean, people who go and do stuff before work.
That's
next level.
That is crazy.
So many people do it, though.
I take my hat off to them, but fucking hell, I couldn't do it. Like
me too.
Do you know that you get up at 7? If you had a 9 o'clock job, you could do it.
I wouldn't.
Fair enough.
Though.
I could. The only time I've done that is when I worked in the pub in Dublin, and I started at fucking 11:30, and that's the only time I could get up and do a run before.
If your boss said to you, Joey, we're going to need you in at 7:30 today or tomorrow morning, or you know what, come in at 9 and do a half-hour run beforehand. It's up to you. What should you pick?
And I get paid the same amount of money.
Well, I suppose you'd have to do 9 to 5 or 7:30 to 7:30.
Okay. Hours are the same.
Hours are the same. No, I wouldn't do it. I'd do my normal day.
Yeah,
to get done earlier.
No, because like then I go to sleep at the same time, and then I'd be like, oh sweet, another hour in bed in the morning. Like
no.
You're God. You're preaching to the choir here. Perfect. I mean,
know, but like,
I take it
you know
every
what I
single
mean?
time. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
you have to go at 7:30. I'm saying.
Have to go to work at 7:30.
Yeah, or else you get to go at 9, but have to do a run
But you
before.
have to do a run. You have to get up.
But I have to work later in the evening. Then I would work at 7:30.
Okay, forget it.
There's no way that you pitch something to me where I want to do the exercise. Unless you say, I don't have to go to work. I get paid a full day's work.
Yeah, and do a 10-minute run.
and do a 10-minute run. Do some fucking jumping jacks. Like.
Question for you, Steve. You talked about that, like maybe a mammoth music job for 5 hours just at home on the computer, and you'd be a bit like, would you work better if you did a run before that?
No, that's the thing. If I go for a run, because lockdown, I was running quite a bit and it was so good and I had such a good time. And when you come home, you feel like a million bucks. Like you just
every time
feel great. Yeah. And I'm always like, oh yeah, gonna fucking do something with my day. You feel like the whole day stretched ahead of you if you've done it early in the morning as well. You're like, right. Oh my God, I've already done my like good deed.
You showered as well. I always think like come back and you shower and you put on like fresh clothes and you're like, I've already done my exercise.
Do you wake up and hit the tarmac? Is there any?
No. Although I never have breakfast if I'm going for a run. Will not eat. Yeah, can't do it. I'll have if I want to go for a run early in the morning, I'll have like a glass or 2 of water and then go do it. But yeah, I can't. If I go for that run, it doesn't put me in the mood to sit to do music. If I do that, I'm like, time to go. Like, let's do.
You need to be too warm wearing a sleeping gown to like.
Yeah. What? Anyway.
Your onesie, like your blankie.
Yeah, I guess.
Baby Nick in his cot.
I have to have my blankie on my side in bed, like really pretending to myself that I'm getting music done. Like I'm caught myself. Like I'm fucking sleeping through the days.
So
like,
close to sleep.
Laptop like runs out of battery. I don't do shit about it. Just let it go. But anyway, I would not be in the frame of mind to do music. No, it's weird. It's a different thing. It's like if I go for the run, I feel great, but it puts a big old fucking
stamp on
puts the kibosh on doing music.
It's like you've ticked off your one productive thing to do for the day.
Exactly.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like
you get a shot of it because you can go for a run in half an hour, but to feel good about having done music, I have to feel good about the music that I've done, and sometimes it takes me forever to do that. So I just you only feel good after, I don't know, 4 hours or something. And if you've made squat in 4 hours, you feel terrible. And you're like, what have I done with that time?
Yeah, it's a bit of a lottery, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a real lottery. But the nice thing about the running is it's not a lottery. It's the same great feeling every single fucking time. Sometimes it's bad mid-run, but you always feel good afterwards.
Always,
unless you've injured yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you're like running fit, like if your body is working, like even
there's some days you go out there.
Even if I'm having a bad run though, like you're still like, fuck me, I'm out running though.
Yeah.
Like I'm not inside, am I?
Do you ever see other people when you're out running and you're like, fuck, do I look like that? Do you ever see other people running? It's not like you're just like, oh, what's my run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you see people who have really distinct ones. Some people are pacing through, just cutting the air, and then some people you're like
labored.
You're like the style probably doesn't help the case in that case, and then you're like, I wonder what mine is.
Yeah. And there's also like
weird. I'm
when
sure
you see a lot of runners, there's like a different like vibe, like depending on what clothes they're wearing as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people you see and you're like, fucking hell, that guy or that girl is they love it, and they're in their fucking lycra, and they're like you said, slicing through the air,
and you can see
they
the
don't
people
look tired at all.
Yeah, and then you can see the dudes, I mean, I guess like us, none of us really run regularly, who are like doing the deed and like doing something for themselves. And you can see the kind of like maybe like not all the gear and stuff, and you're just like, and look at fair play to him, like
it's not the passion.
it's one of those.
Every time I see somebody like that when I'm walking, like to and from work or something. But every time I see even somebody who looks like they don't run very often, I'm still like, fuck me, man, he's out there though, isn't he?
Look at him, like look at me sat on my ass in the park, like milling these Oreos, like like I need to do something about this. Like that's
sat in the park eating Oreos. I'm imagining
it's like on your lunch break.
Morning.
Oh yeah. I thought like a big packet of Oreos.
I've walked myself to the park by work, and like I'm too fucking tired to walk back because I've just smashed cookies. Like I've come up in the park on my sugar rush, and like I'm coming down on my walk back.
You just sit on a park bench and you're there for 2 hours.
Yeah, doze off. Get called from my boss. Like, where are you?
Sorry,
crumbs all over myself.
I fell asleep eating breakfast in the park.
Oh.
Yeah, the constant struggle. I will constantly struggle with motivating myself. Self-motivation is the hardest.
Maybe we should all go for a run before next week. Should we try?
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Nick's does physical work. I feel bad.
I know.
Okay, I'll try and do one. Fuck it.
No, but like,
let's go, baby.
Fair, everybody's work. We're all up, like walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Like you're moving around as well. It's no excuse to not do a run anyway.
There's a little like funny piece of metal that pokes out of a big like girder thing in the like wall of the back stairs and work, that sometimes when I pass it by in the morning, I do a few pull-ups, and every single time I'm like, fuck me if someone catches me doing this bullshit. And like exactly, the CCTV. It's like there are no cameras in there, but if the fucking like the housemeister comes in early, or like, you know, fucking my boss walks, like just like someone decides to like change up their morning routine, and a few students
that's all it
come
takes.
To the back door instead, and they see little fucking facilities bot Steve just
to see Steve like this.
Yeah, exactly. And like it's like, yeah, that's why the equipment isn't set up in our class on time every morning. Like, what the?
Steve's trying to do like minimum iron pumping.
And like, look at him. Oh my God, he's only done 2. He's on the floor.
Mr. Burns, like.
Yeah. Yeah. God, weak. It's spindly little bones. But yeah, it's just the most solid, weird. It's like made out of this old train yard facility thing. Yeah, it really juts, man. Jesus, I'll send you a photo. If ever something did jut, it's this bar thing.
Wow.
That's attached to the. There you go. But it's the perfect height, and it's solid as can be.
Solid as a rock.
Yeah. So a few, like, might snake in a few.
Yeah.
Some days I'm not feeling it, but when I'm walking down the stairs and I'm like,
and you're feeling good.
Yeah,
I'm on it today.
Yeah, maybe I will, you know.
Maybe I'll smash out 4.
Yeah, 4. Walk into the
4.
class panting.
They're the only exercise that I can do, but I think that's
Pull-ups.
just a detriment to the fact that I don't weigh very much, like we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
It's not much to lift up.
Oh yeah, fuck.
I can't do push-ups.
Is that really
my fucking life though?
Can you not?
No.
Can't do
really push-ups.
I'm all right with push-ups.
I struggle with 5, lads. I tell you.
Push-ups.
Yeah.
You're joking.
No, you wouldn't struggle with 5, Nick.
Honestly, I struggle. I'd say I would.
I used to do 100 a day.
No,
that's unbelievable.
For ages, and I've stopped. I stopped that. But there's a point.
When were you doing that? Before you went canoeing?
100 a day.
Yeah, before.
There was
canoeing.
not a fucking bother on you when you were canoeing as well, and I was whinging about my shoulders all the time.
It was pre-canoeing. I remember like kind of working up to the canoeing thing, but it was. You get to a point where it doesn't. The difference between 50 and 100 is nothing. It's weird though.
Would you do them all in, like, obviously not all in one set, but would you do them in one go, or would you just do them over the day?
I would do sometimes 50 in the morning and 50 before bed, or just
50 in one go? No.
yeah,
What?
yeah,
Like 1,
guys. It's
3.
That's mad.
yeah. I mean, maybe the form is shit or whatever. You know, I don't know. Yeah, it's like, wait, get up there, show us a push up. I'm like, just,
Sure.
yeah, just holding myself, counting to 100.
That's just a plank, Steve.
Yeah. It's like you're standing up. What? You're leaning against the wall.
Yeah, push-ups on the wall.
Yeah. Just like raising a piece of something above my head. But like, no, yeah, it was. I do 50 in the morning and then 50 at night.
Nice.
That's very good.
But it becomes, you wonder at some point, you're like, nah, is this?
But I've seen those challenges on YouTube that it's like 50 or 100 a day or whatever. But I saw one time where it was like, after doing it, it becomes easy, which obviously I don't think would be possible.
And
but
if
then
it starts feeling,
change the type of push-up that you do.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to like a fucking, you know, those. I mean, these I can't do one of those.
Those
It's
teardrop ones, yeah.
The diamond ones where you have your arms in. Yeah, I can't. They're like, and that's like fucking all really tight, and like that feeling where you're lying on the ground and you like cannot move.
Yeah. Fuck, I think I might still be able to do those. And the ones where you push up and clap.
Wow.
What?
You know.
Let's get a time lapse of that for next week.
Okay.
Stinger.
Lads, it's been it's been so long since I had that kind of thing going. I have no idea, but
If we get a video of you doing,
I'll try and take.
one
I'll try and do
clapping
like a selfie one.
that would be a selfie.
Okay.
Well, your face on the phone on the floor. You go,
Blue movie.
sweating.
Yeah.
A video of you in the fucking corridor doing pull-ups.
I'll send you a photo of the bar, and if I can sneak quiet, if I can sneak, I'll try and lean it down against the wall in the stairwell or something, and I'll give it a go.
That would be just so fucking funny.
All right.
Should we do that as a challenge, do you think? Try and film yourself doing a piece of exercise while you're at work.
Oh god, man! If I get fucking caught on camera as well, like, oh, sorry, like the embarrassment of like having to go and like get the phone sorted out. Yeah, they're like, oh, what you doing? First off, and you're like, oh shit, nah, nothing. They're like, okay, and then they see you like pick your phone that's recording off. That's so bad.
Like you try and get rid of it as quickly as possible, and they
just fucking kick it, go over and boot your phone. They're like, what? You're like, nah.
Down.
You're like,
Butterfingers.
Yeah. Oopsie.
Butterfingers after it's on the ground already, and you kick it.
Yeah. Come on, catch. Think fast. Against the wall. Dude, what are you doing? Didn't catch my phone.
Whoa.
Yeah, what is
Why
this
are you
guy?
doing that?
Yeah, hey man, like, do you mind opening the room downstairs? You want to see me break my phone? Is everything okay at home?
God.
No. God.
Yeah, well, look, if you feel like there's an opportunity where you can do that, Nick, I don't know how easy it would be. Obviously, you could do some push-ups when you're out in the garden.
Okay, sorry, I thought you were going to talk about that.
Jesus Christ, man.
Man, you're going to add
That's so rude.
Words.
That is the rudest.
I can't believe you do that.
I thought you were going to talk about the other employer. Which probably can't remember.
I do remember, yeah.
I know what the job is. That's what I mean. Would it be too difficult to do any exercise in there?
Oh god, it's just so crazy.
Do a few push-ups with some grannies on your back.
Yeah. Oh god.
Get a little bit of that. Push up with like, yeah.
You said you had to bring the plate of tea into them. Balance the fucking tray of tea on your back and do a few push-ups.
Do it, yeah. Carry the cross, like across the fucking.
Could you do a few pull-ups off of a cross? Off a gravestone.
Morbid. If you got caught doing that,
And
planking
filming
on,
yourself.
yeah, planking on a grave.
Pull up off the round tower.
Oh, oh my god. Oh yeah, you could do one of those like extreme stunt vids where they like climb a crane and hang off it. It's all
Do a
like
few
wide
pull-ups.
angle with like
Yeah.
dubstep on it, except for it's like it's a round tower and it's not that high up.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
Glendale,
man, you'd still
I don't
be
know if Glendale
sweating,
Lock would allow that.
Well, if you feel like you can't snap a vid,
What will I do?
You can
whatever,
do anything you want.
whatever, any exercise, whatever
Has to be
feels,
classed as
whatever's the
exercise.
easiest to do. Because, like, obviously, you know, Steve, it's easy for him to do the pull-ups in the corner.
I'll do a run. That's probably the easiest thing. Up and down the aisle.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. Fuck
So
it.
half an hour?
10-minute, half an hour run. Try to slip it
Do a
in.
5K in your office
Like get changed into your shorts.
Oh, God.
at lunchtime. How long do you have for lunch?
Half an hour. Set up the water bottle.
A few sliced oranges on your desk.
Oh dear.
But